This is Twit.
The Wall Street Journal reports Apple is testing an iPhone screen larger than 4 inches and a tablet screen just less than 12 inches. These prototypes may or may not end up in final products, but the Wall Street Journal also reports a new iPad will go into production later this month, and new iPhone components reportedly entered mass production last month. The next iPad and iPhone will likely continue with current screen sizes, however.
Over the weekend, Apple also confirmed it's investigating a security breach on its Dev Center servers. Most of the information on the servers was encrypted, and Apple says it's safe, but they do also say that the hackers or hacker may have accessed developer names, addresses, email addresses, and since the center went down last Thursday, reports have surfaced of developers receiving unsolicited password reset requests. UK-based Ibrahim Balik claims he found 13 bugs in the Dev Center and that he got a hold of data from more than 100,000 users, but didn't hack it for malicious purposes.
UK Prime Minister David Cameron says search engines like Bing, Google, and Yahoo have a moral duty to stop the discovery of illegal images of child abuse. Cameron told the BBC, quote, "Put simply, there needs to be a list of terms, a blacklist, which offer up no direct search returns. The search companies will have until October to give a response to the UK government. If the government does not like the response, there may be regulatory action."
Leap motion controllers finally became active today. The company began shipping pre-orders late last week, but did not release the software until mid-morning East Coast time today. Even then, some pre-orders have yet to be shipped. Leap also launched its app store, known as Airspace, with some games and music apps and other utilities, and even a motion-controlled version of the New York Times.
SIM cards, how do they work? Well, if you're using GSM call encryption, not really that well. Karsten Knoll of Security Research Labs has uncovered a flaw that allows some SIM cards to be hacked with only a couple of text messages. What it does is cloak an SMS so it seems like it comes from a carrier. Then you're prompted to enter the SIM's digital key. Another text can then be sent that opens access to calls and messages and mobile purchases, all that good stuff. It only affects SIMs running the older data encryption standard DES. But Knoll estimates 750 million SIMs are potentially affected.
Google is acquiring 6.3% of Himax Display, and that's the company that makes the display for Google Glass. Himax Display's parent company says Google reserves the right to continue buying up shares of Himax Display for a period of 1 year. Now, if Google exercises that option, it could acquire up to 14.8% of the company.
Must be ramping up some Google glasses there. Facebook has become popular in developing countries thanks to something called Facebook for Every Phone. It's a limited version of the site that works on feature phones. Facebook announced that the feature phone service has now been downloaded 100 million times. Facebook for Every Phone includes News Feed, Messenger, and Photos, and is optimized to use less data. Some phone carriers even partner with Facebook for free data access.
In February 2014, 3D printing is really going to catch on. I'm actually a psychic. Key patents for technology known as laser sintering that currently prevent competition in the market for functional 3D printers are set to expire next February, says Dwan Scott, design evangelist at 3D printing company Shapeways. Laser sintering is the lowest cost 3D printing technology out there and can produce goods that can be sold as finished products, and consumers could see a huge drop in the price of these devices once the tech opens up.
Utah ISP Transmissions CEO Pete Ashdown has published a detailed list of government orders his company has received. Ashdown also told BuzzFeed in an interview that an order he received in 2011 required the ISP to install equipment to allow the FBI and NSA to directly monitor one of his customers. Ashdown says he is restrained by law from revealing any more details and feels he probably said too much already.
Time Warner Cable and CBS are currently in a squabble where CBS could pull its programming off of the cable service. Time Warner Cable isn't taking this lightly and told the New York Times that if CBS does leave Time Warner Cable, it will recommend its New York customers try out Aereo. Now, if you don't know about Aereo, it gives customers or gives people access to over-the-air television via tiny antennas over the internet, and that company doesn't pay a retransmission fee to broadcasters. Let the war continue.